grounding. That's what we all want to feel. So we deserve to be here. Okay. And now what I'd like you to do, and contrary to what Tony was talking about, is clench your fists as tight as you possibly can and create all the tension in your body that you can create. Just really grip it and then let go. Okay, and then shake your hands out. Let them relax in your lap, maybe with your palms up. Just relax, just let them plop, okay? And now, if you will, focus on the centers of your hands. Just on the centers, okay? And as you do that, you'll feel a letting go, right? Now, with your hands open like this in a relaxed position, try to recreate the tension that you created by clenching, and don't clench. Just imagine trying to create that same sense of tension, and you can't do it, right? So this is a trick, all right? This is just something that you can, it's my gift to you to take out into the world. Whenever you're feeling tension, fear, anger, lack of confidence, remember that all you need to do is open your hands. Okay, you can do this in a restaurant, you can do this if you're arguing with your mate, you can do it if you're angry, you can do it if you're sad, whatever, but this is a powerful position, okay? And it's the beginning of finding your own power by letting go, because we all think that control is the answer, okay? You cannot be hypnotized. I cannot do anything to you unless you give yourself permission to surrender and to have this experience, okay? Good. And that's all part of the discovering this wonderful sense of peace. I think I can see by your faces that you're already experiencing it, okay? And you know why? Because you're practicing trust. And as a hypnotist, it's my job to accomplish that with the people I'm working with. You know, to enlist a sense of trust. The word rapport means trust. And when you hear about hypnotists, you hear about rapport, right? So if you're trusting me, you will be able to get full benefit. And it's my job to instill that trust, okay? Good. All right, so those of you who want to participate, participate. Those of you who have any reservations, just observe the people that you're sharing this experience with. Ready? Okay. I'm going to be counting down now from the number 10 all the way down to the number 1. And with your feet on the floor and your eyes open, find a spot somewhere in this room above eye level and focus on it. And just keep your eyes in a soft position on that spot. As you listen to the sound of my voice now, starting with the number 10. Good. And just going down and down with your feet planted on the floor. And let your body be supported by the chair under your body. Going down and down now, from 10 down to 9. Beginning to let go. And let your breathing breathe you. Just notice it and let it take you deeper and deeper. And some of you may be experiencing that your eyes already feel tired or moist. If at any point in my counting you feel you'd like to close your eyes, just simply allow that to occur, going down and down to 8, to 7, deeper and deeper down, focusing on your breath now. And let your breath breathe you, because you're not doing the breathing. Going down from 6 to 5 and to 4, letting go. How good it feels simply to release and relax. 4 down to 3 to 2. And when I say the number 1, if you haven't already done so, give yourself permission to close your eyes. 1. And now, if you will, through the power of your subconscious mind, the alpha state, just allow yourself to notice a small spot on the very top of your head. Perhaps you can feel it or sense it. Perhaps it has a color, size, shape. Okay, and then that spot begin to expand like liquid over your scalp, soothing and releasing all the tension that you feel there, and soaking right down through the skin of your scalp to the roots of your hair, letting go. Letting go. Good. And let that healing liquid light flow down and down the back of your head now. Down behind your ears, inch by inch by inch, and into the vertebrae of your neck, lighting each vertebrae like a small lantern from within. Good. And let it flow down and down, releasing all the tension or any pain that you're holding there. And then down into the muscles of your shoulders and your back. And let that healing liquid light and warmth flow across your shoulders and extend outward to your shoulder joints. And when it reaches the joints of your shoulders, unlock them. Just release the tension in your shoulders and allow your upper arms to hang heavily from your shoulders. Just let go. Soften your biceps. And down into your elbows, and unlock your elbows and any pain that you may be holding in them. Feel your elbows soften. And feel that energy and liquid light flow down inch by inch into your forearms, the bones of your forearms. And down through the bones to your wrists. And into all the small bones of your hands and fingers. And if there's any disturbance or any noise in the room, just know that you can stay in this relaxed state of mind. Keep your focus on your relaxation and your peace that you're creating for yourself. Good, 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 good. And down through the bones of your fingers, out through the tips of your fingers, down onto the floor. Let it go. The top of your head to your fingertips. Good work. Return, if you will, to that small spot on the top of your head now. And let it expand like liquid once more down over your forehead this time. And as it flows down over your forehead, release that band of tension that perhaps you didn't even know was there. And let it flow down into your eyebrows. And feel your eyebrows become elastic and flexible. Good, good work. And down over your eyelids, making them even heavier than when we began. And let them melt right down into your cheeks as you relax all the small muscles in your face, your lips, your tongue, your mouth, and down into your throat, your Adam's apple, your vocal cords. Release the tension in your throat and all the effort that you use and expend to hold down your feelings, your emotions. And just notice what's there for you, perhaps feeling the desire to swallow. Good. Down over your chest and your chest cavity where your heart is beating powerfully, your precious heart, pumping blood and oxygen to every cell in your body now. And experience yourself on a cellular level. Perhaps for the first time, we so take it for granted that we're composed of millions of tiny cells. Each cell in your body containing your unique essence and spirit. Breathe now. Send your precious, life-affirming breath through and around each cell in your body, separating and soothing and releasing your unique essence, energy, and spirit within you. Down and down through your body. And then open your heart to receive your essence and energy and spirit. Let your heart fill to overflowing, filling all the cracks and all the crevices and all the holes and all the wounds inside you. Soothing, comforting, healing. Good work. Let your breathing breathe you. This is the gateway to meditation. Let it occur for you. You can do it. It belongs to you. This power belongs to you. Deeper and deeper down, flowing down through all of your internal organs that we so take for granted, that keep us alive. Good. Just feel that energy flowing down through your body, down, and unlocking your hip joints now. Just feel them let go and release as you soften the muscles of your buttocks, your thighs, and let yourself sink into the support beneath you. Practicing trust. Trust of yourself to have this experience, and trust of another human being to have your highest health and your highest good at heart. And down through your thighs, and your knees, your precious knees that balance you and support you throughout your day. And down through the muscles of your calves, down through your shin bones, inch by inch by inch, and down through your ankles, and all the small bones of your feet and your toes. And out through the tips of your toes out onto the floor, taking with it all the resistance, all the tension in your body. Just let it go from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Open. And in your alpha state, which is a powerful state for healing and focus, and it belongs to you. You can repeat this process anytime you choose by staring at a spot on the wall or the ceiling and running through the same exercise in your mind. Deeper and deeper down, just feel this powerful feeling within you. And in a moment, I'll be bringing you back to the room, back to full conscious awareness, back to where we began. Starting with the number 1 now, coming up to 2. Let me guide you slowly, slowly, all the way up to 10. 3. Coming up to 4. Feel your fingers, your toes, your arms and legs, and discover that you can move them whenever you're ready. 5 and 6. Good. Coming back. 7, 8, up to 9. And when I say the number 10, take all the time you personally need to open your eyes and come back to the room. 10. And just gently come back, slowly, slowly. And as you do, as your eyes open, just look around the room, the people you've shared this experience with, and see if you notice any difference in their expression, in their faces, in their ability to make eye contact. You'll see, I think, softer smiles. I can certainly see the changes. You even see more blood coming to people's faces because we just shut ourselves off. New Yorkers look green, their skin looks green, right? So your cheeks are starting to look rosy. Look around at each other and just feel the energy in the room now. This is just what Tony was talking about when we started, this inner peace. And it belongs to you, you own it, and you can duplicate this if you just practice it. It's the gateway to meditation, okay? Meditation is not a difficult state of mind. You don't have to go sit on mountains for 10 years. All you have to do is open your hands. Remember that. Just open your hands when you're feeling anger, grief. Do you feel the difference? It's the power is right here. When people pray, when you see any pictures of Jesus or Martin Luther King or anyone, any spiritual being, they're usually in a position like this. Belongs to you. Use it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Pat. Okay, guys. I feel like the rest of the workshop is going to be done in silence. When you think of stress, what is it that comes to mind? What do you think of? What kind of things? Turmoil.
Depression.
Excuse me? Depression?
Muscle tension.
Depression, muscle tension. Tension, what else?
Control.
Control. What else?
Worry.
Excuse me?
Worry.
Worry.
Negative.
Excuse me, who said that? What was that?
Negative.
Negative.
Activity. Something like that.
What else? What things in life are stressful? What's that? Pay bills?
Lack of sleep.
Fall asleep, you said?
Lack of sleep, yeah.
Rushing air, especially with 3 little kids falling asleep. What did you say, hon? Relationships?
Working.
Workload?
Children.
Deadlines.
Children? Deadlines? What else? Is anything else stressful?
Marriage.
Marriage? What else? Anything else?
Metabolism in the body is also going through stress, so I don't know.
The internal mechanisms of the body going in through stress, yes, we specialize in helping people put that here. What else?
Traffic.
Traffic? Excuse me?
She took my word.
You were gonna say traffic?
Driving, yeah.
What about staying at the same red light twice because the guy didn't move in time?
They're on the phone.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah. What else?
People texting and driving.
It drives you nuts when people are doing what they shouldn't be doing, texting and driving. Is that it? No more stresses in life?
Slow.
Excuse me?
Move too slow.
When things are moving too slow?
Oh.
That's why you want to go fast.
Yeah, right? It's like, come on, I want my piece of the pie already. What else? Anything else?
Being ignored.
Being ignored. Being able to communicate or achieve the influence that we're looking for, right? What else?
Studying for an exam.
Ask me about that. What's that?
This is studying.
Studying, preparing for exams. What else? Is anything else, or is that it? Excuse me? Divorce? Oh my goodness. Sometimes people come in to the office and I'm like, you know, they have this autoimmune disease and it started when? Right after they started going through this divorce. It's like everything started breaking down.
When you're unable to walk.
What's that? When you're unable to walk. Yeah. That's stressful. Or anything that you want to do, especially you feel like you should be able to do. Oh, that's even the worst.
Yeah.
When you feel like it's your right and you deserve to do it and then it's taken away from you.
Yeah, it's true.
What do these things all have in common?
Preventing you.
Excuse me?
Prevention.
Prevention of what?
Like preventing you from achieving what you want to
Control.
achieve.
Preventing you from achieving what you want to achieve. So they all limit growth and success and movement forward in your life. Is preventing you from trying to achieve what you want to achieve? Is that what you're saying?
Everybody
Lack of
has one or
control.
two or any of these. Everybody has them.
Everybody has them.
A lack of control.
Basically, what you guys just listed is pretty much, when I'm saying, what do you think of when you think of stress, 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 you see that you listed a lot of negative things. Negative, you know, struggle, whatever it is, and then, you know, not being able to get what you want, not being able to do what you want, not being able to see the achievements that you're looking to achieve, and you also listed pretty much everything in life that you could think of. Even from going to sleep. How can being at the most restful time of your day be stressful? It happens. Job, bills, career, the things, you know what? Like when, you know, just think about that. What we're doing is listing everything in life and calling it stress. That's at the core of what we've been taught from the world. Life itself is what? Can you say it again? Stressful. Stressful. Oh my goodness. What you believe changes the way what kind of responses you're having in your body. Man, life is a gift. Name one big stressful time in your life. I want you to think of one. Anyone. Everyone has a million of them. Okay. Think one challenging time in your life that you didn't give up.
Nursing.
You know, divine love.
Nursing school.
Excuse me?
Nursing school.
Nursing school, there you go.
Right.
Divine love is the type of love that I have for my children, the type that you have for your children. When you're letting that love just flow. It's, you know, I love you, I care about you, I'm never going to give up. I'm not going to force my will on you, I'll be patient, I'll be kind. If you're not going to listen to me, I'm not going to leave you alone in this. And if you struggle, I'll struggle with you. It's long-suffering. As long as it takes. It rejoices in the truth. It says, listen, whatever's really going on, we're not going to be afraid and call it stress. We're gonna find a way. It always finds a way. Man, I started talking about love so much I forgot what I wanted to say about stress. Yeah, right? So the stresses in your life, after you went through that stress and you didn't give up, you had all those things flowing through you. You had all those things flowing through you, right? That feeling, that vibration, and you overcame your challenge, whatever it was. What happened to you as a being afterwards? Would you say you're a weaker person or a stronger person now?
Stronger.
Would you say you're less prepared to handle adversity or more prepared to handle similar adversity?
More prepared to.
And you're meant to bless the lives, elevate the vibe of your tribe. I say to bless the lives of the people you care about, which is everyone around you, hopefully. And would you say, if like your child, once you went through a certain challenge, now one of your best friends is going through a similar challenge, are you more prepared to be a blessing to them and help them start believing in themselves?
Yes, more prepared.
And have them start having more peace in their heart
Right.
and feel supported? Be a vessel of that, right? So the stresses in our life are not there to hurt you. They're there to bless you. Life is a gift.
Isn't it part of experience, Joe? What do you mention?
Everything is being experienced. You're experiencing things right now. The question is, what is it you're experiencing is influenced by all the judgments that you make. I make judgments all day long. I confess. I'm limiting the infinite possibility of what's really there. Constantly with my judgments. And unfortunately, a lot of my judgments I pick up from the people around me, the world around me, the way everyone else is talking, the way everyone else is thinking, the way everyone else is. Man, thank God that I go ahead and I connect with that spirit of life inside me, which is infinite and divine, and I let go, and my vibration goes higher, and my thoughts keep getting higher and higher and higher. Today, that's what we're here for. We're here to make an adjustment in your life, to allow your vibration to shift in the way you see all those things that you listed. I mean, why are you here? Just to hear some good news? Think about one of those ice skaters who wins the Olympic gold. How long did they prepare? How long? Excuse me?
Takes a while.
What age do they probably start at? 2? I hear 2. I hear 6. Didn't they just train their entire life?
Yes.
What about when a football player, let's say you men, right? When they win the Super Bowl, how long do they prepare for that one moment, that 160 minutes of playing a game, of throwing the ball back and forth and trying to get it this way, the other team's trying to get it this way, according to certain rules? How long do they prepare for? What's that? Their entire life. Their entire life. Man, if I went ahead and I watched one of the greats, right? One of the greats in boxing, okay? Maybe Muhammad Ali, right? There was a period of time where Mike Tyson was just ridiculous when I was growing up. He was knocking everyone out in 16 seconds, 20 seconds. They're like champions. He was knocking them out. And I was like, oh my goodness. If I went ahead and I got a chance to spend a whole week away on vacation, just the two of us, me and someone like that, and I started, preparing, asking questions. I want to be like that. I want to live that kind of life. I want to have what you got. I want to feel that level of success in my life, that level of joy, that level of accomplishment, that level of peace. If I went ahead and I asked him every single question, whoever it is that you're asking, whoever it is that you're looking for, right? And I spent a week Every detail. Imagine he found the time and we found the time to actually get that. Every single detail. Now I know. I know now, right? That's it. I got all information. Now am I ready to go into that ring and go knock the champion out? What is it going to take? What's missing?
Practice.
Practice. How long he's been practicing his whole life. He's been training his whole life. You're all on a mission here. A lot of times when you're looking to get rid of the stress, you know, I mean, we talk about these negative emotions that come up. We said negative. The truth is that all there is love all around you. Someone comes in and they said, man, I'm just so mad about, what is it? Maybe something at work, something the way it happened. And I help make the adjustment. See, all that, what you're feeling is the energy flowing from your brain through your nerves. That's a medical fact. And if you could take an anesthesia and some type of, if you can, what's that called when you have surgery?
Anesthesia.
It is, anesthesia. If you could just disconnect some of the connections, then all of a sudden, you're unconscious, you're not feeling a thing. People could cut you open. Yeah. What you're feeling is life flowing through your nerves, and it's always there supporting. That's the power that's keeping your heart going right now. It's the power that's keeping you adapting. As soon as you see something that you don't like the way it is, that power inside you is helping mold you to be. You're like a rock that's being built. You're a rock that's being built as part of a bigger temple or something. And here you are fighting, looking to change everything out there, when all you have to do is allow change where? On the inside. On the inside. So we look at that resentment. And I say, what are you mad about? I said, don't even tell me. Sometimes I don't even tell, if I want to speed it up, I have like 10 people in the room. I don't even know the detail. I don't need to know the details because I'm not healing you. You heal yourself. When we just did that deep relaxation, so many people heal from things like that. And you're not even focusing on, let me heal this, let me heal that. That's because healing is your birthright. You just have to get out of the way, and that's what you just did. Your life heals the same way. Not just your body. Your body's just a part of that. Everything in your experience, like you said, what you're experiencing, heals the same way. How much divine love and peace are you allowing to flow into your experience? And are you training? Because if people, you want the happiness and joy that comes from someone, that you see someone experience when they train their whole life for one game or one hobby like ice skating. What if you trained for your life, your future, the mission that you're on? Whatever you're looking to accomplish. What if you started allowing the changes? That's what it is, right? I get a coach, right? Michael Jordan, best basketball player ever in my opinion. He had a coach. And he stayed humble. He said, okay, what do I need to change? He didn't say, listen, we need to change the rules in the NBA to suit my style and everything needs to change because, you know, I kind of got long, lanky legs, so I think we should change the dribbling rules a little bit. No. He said, coach, tell me what needs to change in me so I can get better? What needs to change where? And me. But did he just do that? And just find the information? Or did he train? He trained. How many of us are training? When you go to church, it's supposed to be training. When you go to temple, it's supposed to be training. When you meditate, you're supposed to be training. That's how we started off today. You're preparing for your day. You're preparing for your life. Do you want to have a sense of achievement, fulfillment at the end? Why do we not prepare? You know what most of us do? We wake up just in time to get to work, just in time. See, we're feeling stressed all the time, and I have to confess that I actually did that in the last like 3-4 weeks. See, as I start growing, and what it is that I'm looking to do in my life, what are you looking to do in your life? What are you looking to accomplish? As I start growing, see, I'm allowing the changes in me. It's a process that never ends of growth. So I allowed some changes in me, and all of a sudden I experienced so much blessing. I'm like, whoa. And I jump up to like, last week we had the busiest week we've ever had. All right? But I also noticed that I hadn't prepared for my days as much. I've been feeling exhausted sometimes. I skipped Bible study last night. I did. I prayed on it. I said, Lord, what do you want me to do? He said, rest. Be still. I said, okay, I'm skipping Bible studies. I had my wife and kids away. I just, you know, because I was stretching myself thin. How many of us feel like you stretch yourself thin sometimes? You know why that happens? Because you're putting all the effort on yourself. As soon as you do that, you need to stop and pray or meditate, but it's the way you do it. You need to be ready to make a change inside, because you're training to fulfill whatever purpose you're meant to fulfill. And you know what? You will attract more abundance in your life. It's automatic. It's a gift. That's exactly what happens when you start enriching the lives of the people around you. How many of you feel like you enrich the lives of the people around you? Everyone, after they leave, they go, wow, you know what? Thank God I spent some time with Terry today, because my life's better now. I'm actually moving towards my goals better, and I'm going to have more success in my life. And why not? You got to elevate the vibe of your tribe. That's what you're here for. You know, Pat said something about a picture of Jesus. I know that there's this picture of the Divine Mercy I have inside, and it shows Jesus, and he has his hand up. Is it in the form of a fist? It's like this. God's doing what God does. If you met God in an elevator, and you said, hey, what do you do for a living? He said, I bless. I bless all day long. That's what I do. I bless. Yeah, I bless. Be blessed. Be blessed. What he's doing, he's saying, be blessed. Receive what I'm looking to give you. But you don't have to, you're not going to force it. He's saying, no, surrender to me just a little bit. Allow yourself to receive that blessing. Where's the change going to take place? Does God need to change?
Receive.
There it is. You let something shift in the heart. That's what we're doing. We're training. You're here for a purpose. You know what happens when you don't feel a sense of purpose in your life? Who said depressed before? That's exactly what you know. That's how you know you're here to accomplish something. Because as soon as you're not on path of accomplishing whatever you're supposed to accomplish, you start feeling depressed. Lack of fulfillment. Your spirit is guiding you. You know, there's a knowingness deep inside you that you're meant to accomplish something. And we're all meant to be leaders, every single one of us. Every single one of us is meant to be a leader. How many times when we get started, I say, now, as part of the condition, right, to help you get 100% life, you have to be on the mission, right? Why is that? Is that because I just want to grow my practice? Please, I'm just still starting to learn how to handle all the people I have right now without letting myself get sick at the same time. And I'm doing a great job, I think. You know why? Because I keep learning to let go, let go, let go. And then the last couple of weeks, I did a great job with the people, but not with myself. I felt myself start to get run down, I had a little bit of a... So you know what I just shifted? I meditated. I started to do this stress workshop. It was at perfect timing. It's like a reminder. I said, what have I not been doing? And immediately I meditated for 2 hours, an hour in the last night before I went to bed, an hour this morning. You know? I don't know, but it feels like one of my kids, but I know they're not here. That's the stress that I deal with sometimes. So I trade. And you know what? Something comes up like this, and it's an opportunity to trade. I know that one of the most important things for success, I did the workshop just on success in January, February. It's accountability and responsibility equals success. Am I being accountable for doing my job now? What's your job? Let's see if someone can get it. Did we get it yet?
De-stress.
No? No. You don't need to de-stress. You don't need to focus on your stress. When somebody goes ahead, all right, and they say, hey, you know what? I'm just so upset. I'm so mad about what's going on in my life. I say, well, the reason you feel that way is because you care so much about something being a certain way. So I want to connect you to the divine love in your heart. What is it that you care so much about that is robbing you of your peace? What is it? How do you think things should be? What is it that you believe is worth fighting for and that you're actually allowing yourself to feel so upset right now? Because you love what? Being a certain way. In what way? And then I realize, and then I go like this, I go, well, if you didn't care about that, would you feel upset? Nope. Well, allow yourself to care. Allow yourself to, the spirit inside you wants you to move you and guide you. Say, okay, here's how we're going to get you what you want. The world's not like that. That's what you're here for, to elevate the world around you, to start letting more of the divine flow through. That's what we're prepared for. That's why you go to church. That's why you go to temple. And you know what you're doing? We're being like the mule. We're pulling God, pulling like this. Come on, right? He doesn't force us, and we're going like this. Sometimes we pray for a kick in the butt, and then we get a little bit. But we're going like this. We're like we're being yanked one way, and it's like this, and then we go. Doctor said I have rheumatoid arthritis. It's like we're resisting life, and you know what that is? That's all disease is when that divine life is being resisted so much. It's not, you're not having those same functions, the divine life energy that formed every organ and tissue of your body and maintained it for 80 trillion things going on for so many decades of your life. It's no longer, you're fighting it so much, you're resisting it, you're interfering with it. Your body's not performing those same functions. Because if it performed those same exact functions, what would happen to the disease? There's a cure? Just walk your path, you mean? Be aligned with God, aligned with the divine, align your mind and spine with the divine, is that it? No way, the world told me there's no cure. It gave me good reasons to be stressful. Even the symptoms that you're having are a blessing. It's no different than any other stress. It's letting you know something needs to change, something needs to change. You know why? Because you're missing out on your purpose. I know this, I know if I was a football player going in the Super Bowl, and we're about to lose the game because of something I didn't notice, I would want someone to hit me over the head if that's what it took so that we can win the game. When you run to win the race. You don't just run, right? So here we are, symptoms start showing up. What's it letting you know? It's letting you know that things aren't functioning out. You don't have 100% life inside you. It's telling you something needs to shift. Where are you fighting life? That's the purpose of what we come in for. But why do you depend on me? You're supposed to depend on me and wait till you see me to have that holy moment. Holiness, there's nothing unholy can enter into the holiness of God. So God's got this plan for us. It's perfect. Why would he let someone he cares about so much suffer through he's got this forever plan. He wants to bless you. And if we're just willing, anyone who's willing to listen, you're looking for the truth, love rejoices in the truth. Just be loving. Hold yourself accountable. Success equals accountable and responsibility. Accountable and responsible. All you have to do is say, am I doing that? When I communicate, are the people I'm communicating with, do they feel more loved or do they feel like I push them? Even if you're trying to help them. And if they don't feel loved, say, okay, Lord, I need to train on this. Ooh, that's it. You start shifting. When I first opened my practice, I knew how to help people heal from things. I already helped people heal from diabetes, heart disease, cancer. It was pretty cool. And I thought everything was going to be smooth sailing, so I started to tell everyone what I knew. And I just kept hitting the walls until I ended up with cancer. And then it wouldn't go away with all the things I did to help the other people heal. Until I made a change where? Inside. I had to do it like 3 times a day, just be all day long. That's with the help of someone else. I got 3 adjustments 3 times a day. Plus all day long, I was so sick, that's all I could do is practice Serenity because I didn't want to do the chemo. I didn't want to do the surgeries and cut out parts of my body and be sick for the rest of my life. And I knew that deep in my heart of hearts, I knew that that's not what was meant for me. I don't want to be sick for the rest of my life. That's why when some of you come in with all these symptoms, and you come in, and you feel like it's no big deal, it's just an everyday normal headache. I'm like, man, do you realize what percentage of people end up with Alzheimer's and dementia type symptoms as they get older? Because if you're having chronic pain up here, where's the problem most likely? Something's wrong up here. Because it's not normal to have headaches. It's not normal to be in pain and suffering. As a matter of fact, today you did a little relaxation. Some of your aches, did anyone have any aches or pains before you started that? Did anyone? You did? Did it start to lessen after you? Just say if you're not meant to be in pain, as soon as you let go just a little bit, things start healing. And your life needs to heal. So, we need to put action steps, but we have to train. Who's accountable? Who's responsible for training on what you need to do to heal? Yeah. No Dr. Sage's going to heal me. I'm no healer. I'm just a messenger, a vessel for truth. My goal is that you feel empowered after this. My goal is that you're looking to make the changes in yourself. that you feel sorry for, that you're actually loving, feeling loving and gratitude. You're feeling gratitude about being sorry, being able to acknowledge that we all do this. It's okay, you're in good company. We all do it. We all resist. We all fight. Just be sorry. Confess. It's okay to, in yourself quietly or whatever way you do, but allow yourself to allow a change. Because if you're not sorry about whatever's going on in you that's attracting the situation and making this thing, then that means you don't really want something inside you to change. You're not sorry. No way. But if you're sorry, right there, you feel that it starts to shift. Now you're looking for forgiveness. You're looking for change. You're looking for healing. You're the same. The change takes place. Jesus said, pick up your things. No, he said, your sins are forgiven you. The guy, and they said, who are you to forgive sins? He said, okay, forget that. Just pick up your things and walk. You know what I mean? The changes take place. As soon as you, the blessing, I'm here I bless. All right? But he doesn't force. Love never forces anything. God's not going to take away our free will and ruin any possibility of a relationship with us. You know, what good is it if I asked my wife to marry me and I held a gun to her head and I said, say I do. That's not a relationship. She's never going to fall in love with me naturally. But if I start to feel the pain in life, we're created to want to avoid pain. It's a natural instinct. So this way, so you just follow the instincts the way God designed you. You feel pain in your life physically or emotionally, that's your inner guidance system saying, oh, right? Who has GPS in their car? Right? You're off track. Please proceed to the highlighted route. Where did I hear that from? From the Hicks sort of. Please proceed to the highlighted route. And we're going, hold on, I want to go this way, I want to go this way, I want to go this way. Right? Just kind of paddle upstream when everything you want is right downstream. Fighting, trying to make it happen yourself. Yeah, and the harder you fight, the more stressed you get. Where's the stress coming from? Is it really from all those things we listed, or does it come from the inside? That's right. But where does the peace come from? From the outside or the inside then? So where should we be looking for peace? From the outside or the inside? Whoa, no way. Are you kidding me? You mean I had the opportunity to have that all the time? If we just seek that first. Yeah, the kingdom's within you. If you just seek that first, and then do what? Oh, I seek it already. I'm already perfect. No, come on. We all have to train. Right? Imagine. Okay. So imagine if that is any professional team. Coach, we're already good enough. No, we do that already. But listen, coach says, hey, I want you to do this. Michael Jordan, basketball player, listen, you know what you could do? I know, I was studying the tapes and I know how you can get a little bit better. I know what we can do. It's going to give you another extra inch on your jump shot. And he goes, listen, I'm already the best player in the league. Can you imagine Michael Jordan ever saying that? No, what made him the best is he's always growing. In life, here's a secret that you need to know. You're always growing, and if you're not growing, what are you doing? Is there any staying still?
Declining.
You're declining. Who owns their own business? Anyone? You do? Is there ever a business that's staying still, or are you focusing on growth, or it's declining? That's the way life works. Why is it declining? It's going to help you create that pain, emotionally first, tension. You know, God blesses us before you start having symptoms. This is not a health workshop, this is a stress workshop. But you start noticing stress and tension on your nerves, which is the first step that, things are wrong, things are breaking down, because the nerves control everything. You know this, the brain and the nerves. But the point is, that's why we got to teach everyone to start looking there. Get your spine checked, see where you're at before. Why not early detection? So anyway, we got to train. We got to train. And then we got to take an action step. Because every single person here needs to make an action step. And I'm going to give you a list of some action steps that you can do. Okay? I'm going to go quickly now because of time reasons. Okay? Or do you want me to take an extra 10 minutes? Up to you guys. But the point is...
Take the 10 minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just told by my boss that I think I have somewhere to be at 12 though.
Thank God for wives.
Hey. Okay. So okay, we're gonna speed up. So action steps. Here's the deal. Without action, does anything happen? Imagine nobody in the world took action. Nobody. What? Nothing happens. You know, there's a law of attraction, and when you put a vibration in your thought, you start working on your vibration, allowing the change in your mind, but you're only allowing the change in your mind, then you're going to attract good thoughts. But if you want to see the change in the physical, allow change in your mind, even in the way, it has to go down to the point of what you believe. Because once your beliefs are different, once you allow God to shift that in your heart, allowing you to grow there, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. When you go that deep, now the way you just make decisions is going to be different. Your thoughts that you're attracting are different. Your actions will be what? Different. And the more peaceful, the more stressful, there's an enemy. All right? All the fear, doubt, and disbelief in the world, all the lies, all the negatives, everything telling you everything is stress. What's the truth? The truth is that if you just allowed love to flow through you, if you said, I never give up, I don't believe, I'm humble, love is humble. It doesn't boast, it doesn't act like it knows better, so I'm allowing support. Where, if I'm not feeling able up to the task yet, I know that help is on the way somewhere. All right, let me look for it. Love is faithful. No, it's there, look for it. And then all of a sudden, you overcome it, and now you're better in every way. You started off as, you don't realize, we started off as this piece of coal. And this pressure came, the pressure came, and you're sparkling like a radiant diamond. The more you allow that infinite love to shine through and you radiate that light to everyone around you. And that's what you're meant to do. And you're meant to help others. So we need to take action step. Without action, nothing happens. Now here's the deal. Here's one of the things I want to share with you. Some of the techniques, ready? Your action steps. This is what you're going to put into practice, okay? Take some notes. But the most important notes is what we just went over, because now you're prepared mentally. Okay, here's how I'm going to do what?
Action steps.
Yeah, but why are we taking that? What are we going to do about the action steps and about our thinking and feeling? What are we going to do?
Prepare mentally.
Prepare mentally. Who said the word? What was it? All right, let me do it this way. Maybe the way we value our life is not as valuable as the way you value, let's say you wanted to start a new hobby. 1 second. Let's say we want to start a new hobby, right? Or sport. Let's use sport, okay? You start a new sport. Let's say you start bowling, right? You start bowling. Okay, so you want to get good. Let's say you want to get good. You're playing and you're going to compete. The purpose of competition is not to beat the other person. It's to test yourself and see where you're at, to see if you're doing what? Progressing, if you're growing, if there's life there. All right, if there is, it's going to be good for you. You're going to keep going. If not, you give up the sport. You just give up, you let go. So we want to add life to it. So you compete, and when you compete, do you compete just to do it, or you compete to win? So what are you going to do? Practice. You're going to train. All right, now do we care more about this, or do we care more about this?
Life.
Okay, so what's the most, before I show you the things, what is it that these techniques are to do, is to help you do what? Train. If you don't train, oh, that was a really nice presentation, Doc. Thank you so much. That was so good. Yeah. What changed in your life then? Okay, so here's the deal. First of all, you need to practice discernment. All right? Discernment is like this. Here's truth. All right, we have vibration. We worked on that today a little bit. Train. Here we'll call it growth. And action. This is the fast version, okay? Here's your 4 areas of discernment. Okay? Because whatever decision you make, remember your thoughts are not aligned completely with divine thoughts yet. His thoughts are always higher than yours, and his ways above your ways. So you're always going to need what? Growth, if you always want to keep aligning with the divine. Do you know what the good news is? Let me give you the bad news. Nothing unholy enters into the holiness of God, right? Well, let me have to give you the good news. God wants to make you, all of us are going to become saints. That's what we're here to do. And what I mean by that is we're all meant to allow life to flow through us, because if not, you get motivated by sickness and disease. You're either going to allow yourself to get sicker as you get older and more bitter, or you're going to be more blessing of others. Come on in. Come on in. Now remember what I had at 12. Hey, good to see you. I'll see you in just a minute, right? Can you go tend to them and then... Thank you. Okay? So let's go over some of the things here. So vibration is how much life is flowing through your body right now. All right? Here's the vibration. Write this thing down. It's how you feel inside. You should feel confident. That's what you want to work towards, confident. All right? Who would you, imagine you start two teams, right? And your buddy, maybe you don't gamble, maybe you don't know, your buddy just says, a friendly wager, he says, hey, you know what? Which team do you think is going to win? Well, they interviewed the quarterback of both teams. Can you tell I like football? They interviewed the quarterback of both teams. And the first quarterback, they said, listen, we feel very confident. We know exactly what our game plan is. We studied the tape. We know exactly what we think they're going to be doing. We know what their strengths and weaknesses are. And you know what? We're ready. And the other guy says, now, well, we know that the other team's a really good team. And, you know, we're going to just do our best. And we're going to see, who are you putting your money on? All right? So you want to feel confident. You want to feel faithful. You want to feel joy. You want to feel love. You want to feel supported. Everything we mentioned before about divine love, you want all those things. You want to feel humble. I have a sign up back there in my little office back there. It says something to the effect of, like when I go ahead and I do an event and I speak somewhere, whether it's at a church or something, I don't want people just to hear something nice and nothing changes. That's not what God wants. He wants us all to repent, to make a change. So I didn't reach them. I said, okay, well then I need to get better. I need to get better. I stopped getting the jacuzzi experiences. But you know, all that changed was my faith and confidence. I'm not afraid to talk to you and say, hey, you just wasted your time if you don't implement something. I'm just not afraid. There's less fear, so there's more love, right? The perfect love casts out all fear. That's all it is. That took training. It took me taking time to let my coach, what's the purpose of the Bible? To train you. All right. Okay. Or to, what's the purpose of the suffering in your life? What's the purpose of the spirit of life inside you? Of the divine? It's all, whatever way of perception you see it, you're meant to grow. You're meant to improve. You're meant to get better. You're meant for increase. You're meant to be the head, not the tail. That means you're all meant to be leaders. Okay? So, who are you leading? How are you leading? The truth is, you already are leaders. You're influencing everyone around you. The question is, are you influencing them in a positive way or negative way? Right? You guys come into my office all the time. Man, Doc, it's raining. It's so hot outside. The traffic, the snow, you know. I go, it's cool in here. Let's go get you going, right? Oh, Doc, it's so cold outside. I said, it's hot in here. Let's go. I'm like, whatever it is to balance you out. I'm like, let's just focus on life. Because what's more important, the little details we get distracted by? If you're on your mission, if you're on a mission, you're on your purpose, you can get distracted by the little details? No. So anyway, so action steps, right? We have to move forward, right? So your vibration is all these things. Now, you need to be taking action. You're going to draw a line down the middle. Get yourself a journal so you can be prepared. Every morning, we talked about preparation. All right? Not a journal. Get yourself a calendar and make it your journal. Make that your prayer book. Because everything you're doing should be aligned with that. Okay? And then, so now you're preparing for your day, but you're letting yourself feel divine love, work on that vibration towards each thing. What am I going to do at work today? What am I going to do? What are the challenges that come up? How do I allow more divine love to go through there? How do I make sure I'm elevating the vibe of my child? Well, first I got to elevate my own vibration. Because I can't do it. If you notice that the harder you try to help someone with your own effort, the more resistance that you feel. But the more there's a high vibration of faith and love and humility, more willingness to seek to understand what that person's going through before you try to push, make them understand what you want to tell them, the more you actually help them, which means really God's helping them through you. It's not you. The harder you try, the worse it gets. So you're learning to be a vessel. You need to have a high vibration. So now you take action steps and you say, that's what you guys have always been doing. We're all about action. You guys already listed about 1 million things. I need to do this, I need to do that, I have to do this. First of all, the words you use are powerful. Stop using those words. I have to, I have to, I have to. You don't have to do anything. You could have sat at home today and not come here.
I just wanted to say that I learned recently that the word satisfaction has the word action in it.
Nice, very good. Thank you for that, right? So the point is, you need to take action, but what you're doing is trying to take too much action. You're putting all of faith where? In who? In yourself. So you got to go ahead and you got to make a line down the middle. And the right is for the universe to do, or for God to do, or for something, right? And then on the left side, On the left side, it's what you really truly believe you can do today with ease that's not going to affect your vibration. Because as soon as you start trying to do a little bit too much, and now your vibration starts to drop down, oh no, I don't know if I have time, I don't have energy, I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. All of a sudden, you're aligning with the lies that, oh, life is stressful. That's one of them that you said to me this morning when we first started. Right? These are the lies, and it takes away your vibration. This is truth. You got to be aligned with truth. Don't be afraid of the truth. That's why when I do an x-ray, I have to be so gentle because you guys are afraid of the truth. I see decay going on in the spine, and I'm like, what does that mean? And gently, I'm like, you know, it's good news though, good news, right? Because if that's really going on, and it is, that's you. That's your x-ray, that's your neck. Then it's only going to progress to more things, right? So, but now you get to stop it before it does. Right? See, we rejoice in the truth. If you're not looking for the truth, your vibration's way off already anyway. So we go ahead and, so anyway, actions. Everything has to be on this side. And then you pick one thing on the left. That's the quick version, okay? Growth. We already talked about training, practice. There's tools and techniques. If you want, I'll add more about it in another workshop. All right? You say, how can I train? How can I get better? Right? You know what? Truth. There's different ways to look for truth. Okay? For some of us, it's Bible study. Okay? A lot of times you can be accountable and responsible. We say certain things and I say, hey, what was the outcome? What was the outcome? What was the outcome? Accountability and responsibility is here. You know? I go ahead, I want to help grow. I started doing that a couple months ago, and then the office just got so much busier, and I said, oh, all right, Lord, thanks for teaching me accountability and responsibility. That's what it takes to be successful. I said, okay. So now, all of a sudden, I have more people helping me. I have someone who I hired, and I'm, and then I go ahead, I ask them to do something, and then they come back, and I say, well, you know what, the weather was like this, or the person did this, and this is what happened, and we get all these excuses, right? What are excuses? They're like toilets, they stink, and everyone has one. Okay? We don't need excuses. I just want to know, okay, what's the number? How many? What happened? Are we going to speak there or not? Don't worry. God will provide the right one. Oh, the little prayer that I mentioned in the back, it says something like, I don't want every person to come in. Lord, I just want the divine selection, whoever you pick for me. That's it. Same thing for this workshop. So I prepare myself. Then, when someone doesn't show up or someone shows up, I don't get upset. I'm not going to. I prepared for my day. Got my vibration going. That's a humble truth. I'm not trying to reach everyone. I just want to reach whoever God posed for me. Whatever it is, okay? So, and I trained on that. And I trained on this, and I trained on this, and I trained on this, and I find out the truth about this, and I'm finding out the truth. You're here to find the truth about this, and the truth about this, and then you want to start putting action in. And then I can train you on action, and then take action. It took action to come here and do. They all go hand in hand. If you're feeling all of these things perfectly, you're going to be a clear vessel, and you're going to feel that knowingness inside you guiding you clearly. And life is so much easier when you can hear more clearly the divine inside you. Okay? So, anyway, so adjustments in your life, action step, right? One can still be at peace because it's manifesting. Even faith requires action, right? Oh, you will forget every single thing that you heard here today if you go back to doing, what you're hearing today, you start to believe in yourself more, believe in your future, believe you're meant for something special. It's the truth. But you don't know it yet until you put it into action, all right? Not until you put it into action do you truly know, okay? And the point, because you're like, oh, I believe. It's like, well, you don't know well enough to communicate to the next person, do you? You ever hear that expression, if you can't teach it to someone else yet, you don't know it? Okay, that's called accountability. Oh, how much do you know? How much do you believe? Are you sharing that with other people? If you really believe that, and you know it's going to bless your life and bless everyone else, how come you didn't teach it to the people you care about yet? I don't know how to reach them. Okay, we got to train. You gotta humble yourself. You got a lot of changes inside yourself. Repent, right? So if you keep going back to the same actions you were doing before this morning, then your thoughts and feelings that you attract, your whole vibration becomes aligned with the vibration before today, and you'll never ever do it. Who wants to keep that shift in vibration that you have now? Because can you feel the vibration of abundance and success in your future? If you want to keep that vibration and start attracting more abundance and success, it's not just taking a small action now. That's an absolute minimum. And that's why I'm giving you the list of some things you can do. Like what if you just wrote these 4 things down and paid attention to it every day? That could be your one thing. And just looked at it in the morning. And you let Spirit guide you. Okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to check in more today? I need to check in more with this. or I need to check in more with this. That's why we get adjusted, and that's why you meditate, and that's why you pray, and that's why pray. It's the way you pray too. If you're trying to control life, putting yourself above God, that doesn't work. It's more like, okay, I know, practice faith. I know that this has happened to bless me, and for what needs to change in me if it's a negative thing, so I can help be a brighter light. How can I can? So action, same thing. You get to, all right, maybe I've been putting too many things on the left side. So I'm dropping my vibration. Let me go to the right. Yeah, you're gonna realize that life is easy. It's fun. If there's 0 things on the left, see what happens when you get overwhelmed? You end up doing nothing. If there's 0 on the left, it leads to depression. Your vibration is going to go down. That's why there has to be something on the left. That's why you're here to do something. There has to be, at least one. Because this is called the comfort zone, this line. If you're in your comfort zone, it leads to depression all the time because nothing gets accomplished, you're not fulfilling your purpose. If you're willing to step out of your comfort zone, just enough, not too much out of your comfort zone, that you sacrificed your connection with the divine inside you. And you're overwhelmed, not willing to do truth, or, right? So, so I have to make an adjustment because I sacrificed my Bible study last night because I was so exhausted. I said, I need to make a change here and here. I realized I was out of balance here. I said, so I make the change. And that's the whole point. A change that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I never had the motivation to do. And now, because I felt challenged in my life, and I'm not experiencing, I'm experiencing a certain level of success, which is beyond anything I've ever had before, and I take time to celebrate that. And then I say, okay, I'm ready for more. And now all of a sudden I'm like, but I can't get it until I allow what? Small change. So I make that change, and I'm doing that now, and I'm ready to go to, larger and larger numbers. I want to bring God's Spirit into it, which means there's automatic growth. If you're not experiencing growth or increase, you're not allowing enough of Divine Spirit to flow through to that area of your life. That means you need to see a change, or else that whatever's doing is going to die down. If you have enough life in what you're doing, it's always going to allow the people around you to want to elevate the people around them to be able to do. That's how the divine works. That's what unconditional love does, divine love does. And 2,000 years later, you'll still see it spreading and healing people. Man, so, because that's what divinity does. So anyway, so make an adjustment. Okay, so action and vibration, we talked about that comfort zone. You got to be in a comfort zone just a little. If you step over your comfort zone just a little bit, you'll be more comfortable than if you did nothing, because it leads to depression. That's the practice of divinity. It doesn't make sense logically. It's more that you get out of your comfort zone, right? Who here has to make money for your family? Who here doesn't feel like going to work sometimes, but you do it anyway? You get out of your comfort zone and take that action, right? Or speak, let's say you're in the mission work and you want to speak to someone, bring someone to your church, and you're not sure what to say. Let's say you want to bring someone to mission work, you want to bring someone to the office to get checked because you care about their health, but you don't know how to communicate to them yet. You don't know how to let love just flow through and just kind of see where they're at. Hey, how you doing? How's everything going? Good? And just wait and see if God anoints something. It just happens. No. You start trying to force stuff. Hey, listen, I got something I got to show you. You got to do this. You got to come to I met this doctor. You got to come. And they're like, whoa, hold on a second. What are you talking about? Right? Because you weren't patient enough, loving enough, kind of. Yes, it takes training. Just trust that God's going to anoint certain things, and just put it. He loves them more than you do. Okay, and you just. So, and then next thing you know, because you're letting God, when you have more faith, and He's using you to reach more people, and all of a sudden the amount of people you're reaching grows and grows, and you're like, whoa, I'm more successful than I could have ever done on my own. Yeah, you're meant to be blessed. There you go. It's only grace. You can't do it on your own. You need grace, and you need mercy. But thank God that that's what we're here for. That's what He created us for. And He brings us into this holiness, because the more you allow change in yourself, it's less of you, more of Him, more holiness, more of you. That's it. What if you're committed? You're training. 100% commitment to that. Now you go straight to heaven. Like, that's what it is. The highest realms of heaven. You're there. The highest vibration of divine love, infinite love, is what your heart is 100% committed to more than anything else now. Even the stresses in your life are there to bless you. It keeps moving you towards being more motivated to do that. So if I had to ask 5 times today about what's the most important thing, and you're not training yet on that, that means you're training on something. You're committed to something in your life. There's commitment. People say, oh, everyone's afraid of commitment. No, they're not. They're committed to the kids, committed to the video games. They'll stay there for 6 hours straight playing video games. Or they're committed to whatever you're committed to. There's always commitment, because we're beings of divine love. But the point is, what is it that you're committed to? Oh, some people build their whole life around American Idol. This one-time appointment, this doctor's report, it's a long one. Can't make it, doc. I need you to change the schedule. Why? What's going on? That's an important visit. It's the long one. I can't just put that any time. This is your life. This is your future. Restore what's causing your problems. We're going to help you. That's my American Idol night. Well, TiVo it. Go ahead, record it and do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, it's your life. You have to be willing to get tiny step out of that comfort zone. Tiny step. But if you don't, you're not. Nothing happens. And if nothing happens, you're already. That's loss. All right. Placemat list. That's what this is. The right, the left. Okay. Discernment. 4 years perfect. Accountability, responsibility. You got to keep track. Okay. How did I do? If you're not keeping track, you're not keeping yourself accountable. Just the way you do. If who here pays rent or mortgage or something, raise your hand. Okay, you have to keep yourself accountable, right? Hold on, before I buy that bottle of nutrition, let me check in because my husband and I do it together or whatever it is, and let me see where that's accountable. You're keeping track of where you are. Here's what you are. Here's what you're doing. But don't do it from fear. Do it from faith, though. Just make sure. Just be careful your vibration's not dipping down. Don't sacrifice your vibration with your connection to the divine to do and take an action step. This trumps everything. That's why in adjustment I said that's a holy place. I don't want to do too much talking there if we can. In the beginning you start, but it's really about laying down. I want to lay my hand down. I see where you're fighting life. What part of your body you want to heal? Your knee? Well, we got to help you practice letting go of your will. Holiness can't enter holiness, so we got to. As soon as you let go of your will, now it's divine will being expressed and starts healing. That's it. All right? So, the last couple things, ready? You're all meant to accomplish something great. Will only fulfill your full potential unless you're accountable. Okay, write it down. Write it down. That's why I said get the calendar. Write it down, the things that you want to do, so you can see, keep yourself accountable. Check in. How am I doing here? How am I doing here? How am I doing here? Am I feeling like I'm making progress? What's the truth about that? Am I lying to myself? Like, you have to keep checking in. Okay, you have to check in. When people come in, I don't say, oh, you need to be here, you need to be a patient here. I go, hey, you need to be checked. Let's just get you checked and see, make sure everything's okay. We can measure the nerves, we can see. If there's any decay or damage, then obviously you're going to say, thank God that I got checked because we're just checking. Oh, I don't like chiropractic. Well, I'm not offering chiropractic. I'm just offering to check you. Let's make sure you're okay. No one else checked you. Right? They all did blood tests. Yeah, I got blood tests. My doctor said I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy. Listen, you could be on 30 medications and your doctor would just check to see if your blood pressure was good and your cholesterol, and he'll say, oh, you're healthy. Well, all your organs are shutting down. Let's make sure you're really healthy. I mean, most of those patients are getting sicker and sicker with age, but if you're allowing more life to flow through, more of the divine, now you're getting healthier and healthier with age. That's what we see. I had cancer go out of it, just disappeared, tumor's gone. Less action is more efficient. Do less, but do it more frequently. That's the whole point. That's what we're trying to do here. Do less, but do it more frequently. He has to do more, you do less. Pray more, write it down, engage the divine vibration, vision. It increases your vision, joy, fulfillment, balance. Training to overcome obstacles. There you go. So here's some of the things you can do. Exercises. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to stay after. I have to just do a quick exam for someone. And then afterwards, if you want to go, if anyone wants to stay, I'll show you some of the exercises. If not, during the training and when you go in here, we'll teach you exercises, okay? Time. Just so you know, one of the biggest stresses people have is time, right? Time is all affected by your vibration. Who went to a birthday party or, some type of party that where you were having a really good time and their spouse says, oh, time to go, or your friend says, okay, it's time to go, and you're like, but we just got here. You thought it's been like 5 minutes, felt like 5 minutes, and it's been 5 hours. Or vice versa, you're at the DMV. But if you find a way to bring joy and bring your vibration up, the time goes by faster. So who said time before? See, it solves the problems. Every problem will be solved. Organization, that's why you got to do it. You got to organize, get your book, write it down. Habakkuk, write it down. Don't forget, you're getting moments of inspiration all the time, constantly. The clearer your vibration, the more you're going to be clear about it. And if you delay before taking action, the longer you delay because of fear, doubt, and disbelief, inspirations of action go stale. Oh man, you don't know how many leads I lost. A lead is so whoever was running their own business, they know. As soon as Spirit brings you something, make the call. Oh, but I'm not prepared. I'm not ready. God wouldn't give it to you. Just go. You're going to either grow, learn something, or achieve a new connection. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. If you feel overwhelmed, you're trying to do too much. Do less. What's something that I can do that's not going to do that? And now you're training, and you'll be able to start learning more and more and more. You're training on how to keep that connection. That's the most important thing. That's why you got to seek that first. All right? Pray, meditate, communicate. I'll finish with communication. because this is important. I'm going to give you this one. I'm going to try to do it in 2 minutes. So communication. Okay, what is communication? That's where your biggest stress is. You are a bright light, and you're meant to shine. Are you supposed to take a light and put it under the table? Why not? It's a waste. What's the point? It's not going to fulfill its purpose. I'll be done in a minute, okay? So the point is, it's got to check in.
That's your coach.
So the point is, you hold the light high, right? Why are the lights in the ceiling instead of the floor? Okay? So the point is, if you're meant to accomplish something great, you're a bright light, then you're supposed to let your light shine. But most of you are letting your lights not shine. You know why? Because you have been overwhelmed by, you've been subluxated in your communication. Who here knows what subluxation is? Someone, anyone? You guys forgot that word? Sub, lux, less what? Less life? Lux, luxurious, to shine, right? Less life, you're subluxated. A subluxation is a block in the impact of divinity. If you have tension on your nerves, that's a subluxation. There's less life flowing through, right? Less life. Okay? So the point is, if you've been subluxated in your communication. I had someone, one of my patients, she just wanted her husband and her daughter to come to church with her and start going to church. And the husband, it's causing stress between husband and spouse, and it's causing all this stuff. And her communication is messed up. She's saying, here's what she's saying. She's saying, in her heart, her bright light is saying, if she could communicate, if she trained on her communication, what do you got to do? If all communication is shining your light bright enough that the other person can see it. Because people have all these fears, doubts, and disbeliefs. So that covers up the light, and they're not even hearing what you're saying. How many people, raise your hand if you try telling someone something to help enrich, you're here to enrich the lives of yourself and others, yes?
Yes.
If you do that, you're going to have a very happy life? Okay, so how many times have you tried to reach someone, and they're not hearing you? Okay, do you know what I'm talking about? They're not getting it. Okay, so what needs to change? You need to do what? Train on what? Your communication. You got to learn how to shine your light bright enough. See, because your communication is too much you. There's not enough divine love flowing through. What's love? It's patience. That's why I said, you don't just go up to someone and say, oh, practice more patience. It's connection. I want to see what's going on. Tell me, who are you? What's going on? There we go. Now she's opening up. All right, she can feel it. She can feel it. You see the spirit start working automatically. It's like, that's it. I don't even know your name. I forgot.
Annette Marie.
Annette Marie, it's a pleasure meeting you. You know? It's, the point is that you got to start practicing that in your communication. Be more kind. Don't give up. If oh, well, I don't know, I can't reach this person. No. Man. What did I tell you guys? I said, some of you guys, I can't make you heal, but I'll put you on the path. I said, whether something's healed quickly, it took me 2 years to heal completely from all those tumors. I said, well, however long it takes, though, I'll be with you to the end. Doesn't that make you feel loved?
Yeah.
You know? And I'm humble about it. I'm trying. You know what I mean? Let me be more humble if I can. I'm trying to be. I'm training myself. Show me how. You know what I mean? He give me instantly just more piece of growing constantly. Okay? Because I'm training on it. That's what you have to do. So in her heart, she's saying something. Here's how it's being received. That's not what she said, but with all the interferences and stuff, your values and my values are different, and mine are the ones that our family needs, and yours are wrong. And our future is going to struggle because you just want to keep your values and you're stubborn and you just don't ever listen to me and you never do what I'm telling you that we need to do, and I'm right and you're wrong. Okay? That's not what the light inside her, if there was divine love flowing through her, that's not necessarily what she would say. But if there's divine love flowing through, and when divine love flows through, the words that I would say is going to be different than what you would say, but the vibration is the same. And the vibration would say, if it was me, those words would be more like, honey, don't forget the humility, the patience, everything. You know all those things that we've been working on? See, if they're not open to something, stop focusing on what you're trying to do for them and find out what they're already working on, what they're committed to, what they're trying to accomplish. You know how you've been working really hard for us as a family and doing this? I just want to know, I really appreciate that, and I have some ideas that I want to share with you. Maybe we can do it like a date. We can go have dinner, maybe discuss a couple things, because I think I have some ideas that I'm just so excited to share with you that I think might bring more joy, might bring a little bit more closeness to our relationship. If you're looking for that, humility, let him say, yes, of course I'll look for that, honey. Okay, and then, yeah, the humility is important. If you're acting, you know, if your love never boasts, never acts like it knows better than someone. Okay, and I want to just share that with you, and I think it's amazing. And that's something that's so special. It's going to help bless our family. Everything that you're looking to work towards individually and as a family, I think we can even get it. We can feel more together, do it. We'll be less overwhelmed, less stressed. And I just think it's special. And I'm just so excited to talk about it with you, just to see if you feel the same way. Have faith that if something's true and right, that it'll manifest. So don't try to push it down their throat. Just say, I'm just excited to see if you, because you already know. You know, I'm just excited to see what you're going to say about it, and if you're on the same page with me, and if not, that means what needs to change, him or you? Be more patient, find out, you'll get the right words. Isn't that person, if you start doing that and practicing that, what's going to happen to the percentage of people you influence? Is it going to jump up? So, be a vessel for love. All right? The 3 things, just because I promised you guys this, those 3 things that, I'm not really going to go too deep in it. It's kind of funny the way life works. It went in a different route today. But here's the 3 things that never lets you take care. We already did it, so watch. Ready? There's 3 areas of life that cause stress. Stress is how you're feeling inside, okay? And the thing is, you have focus. Don't focus on the color green. Green, green. Don't think about green. You know what I mean? You guys, that's why you got to take away what you're mad about and realize, well, it's all about love. Well, I'm frustrated because what is it that I care so much about? And then, yeah. And then, so what you focus on, stay focused and let love control your focus. Okay? Because what you focus on depends your feeling, right? Focus right now on going outside and finding 10 parking tickets and a flat tire and somebody keyed your door. What happens to your feelings? You focus on that, right? So what you focus on determines your feeling, okay? The second thing is meaning. Meaning is whatever you're focusing on, right? Yeah, let's say that exact same thing happened, but you went ahead and it forced you to go meet someone, do something, and then you just got introduced to the right person and they gave you a job and you're making $10 million a year now. You're going to say, thank God that I went through that card, but I went through all that, whatever, because it's the meaning you give things. That's why we started off that way from the beginning. Stop thinking life is stress. It's a blessing. It's there to help you accomplish what you're meant to accomplish. Just start training. Hold yourself accountable, responsible. And the last thing is your physiology. Physiology. Make sure you get enough rest. Drink enough water. Alkalize. Have more vegetables in your diet. Okay? There's more there. I love you guys. Be blessed. I'll see you.
Thank you.
Those are the 3 things that if you work on all 3 of those things and let them shift, the stresses in your life will never affect you the same again. Okay? That was good.
Yay.
Thank you, Tony.